Here is Davy in Edinburgh, who's glad to see MPs lose their pension. Let's hear why. He must have a bad experience with his MP. Go ahead, Davy.
All right, George. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, son.
Good. No, just to say that it's good to see MPs lose anything, you know, because they've run this country into the ground, this government, you know.
But that's the MPs that you voted for, Davy.
I never voted for them, George, and probably the most people that did vote for them with any sense would be absolutely disgusted and never vote for them again, you know. I hope they've voted themselves out for the next 30 years again, you know.
The trouble is, we'll get the Tories back, Dave.
That would be absolutely fantastic to have a government that actually runs the country on behalf of the people, George.
Do you remember the Thatcher years?
Do you know what? I had a fantastic time during the Thatcher years. The country was actually on the up, George.
What, were you, a burglar or what?
No, I tell you what, I was actually beginning my working career at that time. You know, I just come out of the 70s at the Labour chaos, you know.
And what were you? I mean, were you a corner boy, a burglar? What exactly did you do that did so well in the Thatcher era?
They actually helped me get onto, like, the building trade. I became a bricklayer. And I tell you, it was the most fantastic time. You see, I remember the 70s, George.
Fantastic time? There was nothing getting built in the Thatcher era.
Only because of the chaos of the 70s, George.
Well,
you don't remember
you've just said it was a great time for the building trade, and I've just told you there wasn't any building going on. The country had 2 recessions in the Thatcher era. Not 1, but 2. And your answer is that, oh, well, that was the fault of the 70s. So, in other words, the 80s wasn't very good, but you're blaming it on the 70s.
The 80s was actually on the up, George. It was like coming out of a depression, man. What are you talking about?
The 80s was on the up.
Aye, it was coming out.
I don't know where. You must have been a burglar. You must have been a housebreaker or a burglar, because the only trade that was booming under Thatcher was crime. Crime doubled under Thatcher. Our manufacturing capacity, and you're a Scotsman too, was completely destroyed. Our coal industry, our steel industry, our automotive industry, our railway workshop industry, everything that we had was destroyed under Thatcher.
You are British, George, and you pretend that otherwise, because you actually hate the British people, but otherwise you wouldn't be saying what you do. What we need is a government that governs for the British people, George. What are you talking about?
Go on. Oh, well, there you are. That was a marvellous flourish, followed by a hanging up. Ah, dear. If the Tories are counting on the support of moronic individuals like that, God save us.